Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the world premiere of the new refabricated Unhinged. I am bigz. With me as co-host Colt Snowdy at Colt_Snowdy on Twitter, and missing are Chev and Jon-o, who will be here next week. So let's get this party started, shall we? All right, so this started out as a solo project for me to come on the internet and just say bullshit. Just like, I think one of my earlier takes was Kyle McCord was going to lead all NFL rookies in quarterback fantasy points this year. Just stupid shit like that. So that's what we're going to do today. We got hot takes flying around. We've got overreactions to stuff. We're going to make some predictions that probably won't happen. We want to hear from you in the chat, and you say stupid shit too. We'll say stupid shit. You say stupid shit. But let's go with the hot takes blitz. Shout out to Dev, our graphics guy, for revamping everything. New intro video with the four of us, all that stuff, and more to come. All right, basically the first thing that we should talk about is these trades that have happened over the last few days. Brian Robinson and Skyy Moore specifically. Skyy Moore has kind of been an afterthought for the last couple of years, especially in fantasy circles. He had a little bit of steam coming out of college, and then here, and then the Chiefs kept bringing on more and more wide receivers that were better than him, and then Travis Kelce was also in the building and everything. So he just kind of like disappeared, Jahan Dotson style, and now he goes to the 49ers, who are they're bereft at the wide receiver position due to injuries and all that stuff.
That last suspension too for Demarcus Robinson's on 3 games.
Yeah. So what is your how impactful is a trade like this? Like, do you think it's going to help the 49ers at all? I mean, the dude is like not very good. They do have Jacob Cowling
doesn't move the needle much for me. Pearsall is definitely the de facto one. No, by no means for fantasy for Skyy Moore. I mean, it's just that piece. Got to get some fresh legs in the building. There's Cowling. Jennings is in a contract dispute still, and he's got a lingering calf injury. So, and he's not going to be ready till at least 6 weeks in, I think they're saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been loading up on Pearsall wherever I could, like from months ago, projecting something like this. Not quite to this extent with injuries and stuff, but
right.
I'm happy to have Pearsall where I do. In fact, it was funny. Joe tried to trade me JCM for Ricky Pearsall, Clevitakis in Omega the other day. I was like, no, I'm not there.
Joe, former guest.
Shout out.
And that's another thing that I want to talk about is the Ja'Cory Krosky Merrick hype. Now you also have Brian Robinson. I had pushed the button on Brian Robinson a couple times and I had him in a dynasty league, where all of my running backs seem to be backups. And I was like, okay, well, at least Brian Robinson is a starter and he's safe and comfortable. And I can play the 0 RB game and take Brian Robinson very late because he had really great draft value. Like, he was a really good value in drafts. And then all of a sudden, the Washington fucking Commanders torpedoed my Brian Robinson shares. And now he goes to the San Francisco 49ers as an insurance policy. I mean, Isaac Guerrero is good, but he gets hurt. I love Jordan James. And CMC, I mean, he could be the RB1. He could like be out in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What are the chances you think that Brian Robinson winds up as the RB1 in San Francisco at some point this season?
It's not out of the realm of possibilities, man. I mean, the way we've seen these running backs go down year over year. I mean, what Elijah Mitchell, years ago. I'm trying to think of other guys that went down. It's pretty long list of guys that just haven't been available for a running back room. So, I mean, week 8, B-Rob could be seeing some meaningful touches. If not week 5, I don't know. I mean, I saw something today where they traded Mason for a 5th rounder, and then they sent a 6th rounder for B-Rob. I mean, they might have just been better off keeping Mason.
Yeah.
Ideally, but
buyer's remorse or seller's remorse, basically.
Yeah.
So that
escalated really fast in Washington too.
Yeah. I don't know what the 49ers are doing. I don't know. I mean, I kind of see it like, bring in bodies, especially if you think that, you made a mistake by letting Mason go. But the Commanders, unless is Chris Rodriguez, like, is he the dude? Because is Ja'Cory?
I think so.
Like, is he the dude?
I kind of think so.
Everybody thinks so.
Yeah. Well, Dan Quinn came out 2 days ago and said that Rodriguez is going to be short yardage and goal line. I mean, I don't know if that's just smoke. I don't know where he ranks on the coach speak index, old Dan Quinn. I don't really buy it. I don't buy it with Rodriguez.
So then it's going to be Merritt, Bill Krosky Merritt, like,
yeah,
because it's not going to be Eckler.
No, I think Eckler's in that same role that we saw him in last year. I don't think they're going to expand his role at 30 years old.
No, here you go, buddy. Here, you're coming off a pretty bad injury and then short work last year. Here's let's ramp you
300
up.
touches.
Yeah, that's I have a hard time, especially in preseason, because there's a lot of preseason narratives flying around, and always every year, and guys get hyped, and then they do absolutely nothing. So this year I tried to take a different tack and like not buy into a lot of the hype. And so I wasn't buying a lot of Ricky Pearsall. Coming out last year, Jacob Cowing had a higher unscore than Ricky Pearsall. Pearsall had the draft capital, but he also had extensive injuries and all that stuff. And so I was like, Cowing's going to show up at some point. He's going to be their slot guy. And probably like he's good. He's going to demand a lot of touches and stuff. So, but I was kind of out on both of them. I just had this idea like Jacob Cowing was more productive than Ricky Pearsall, right? Yeah. You had guys like Roman Wilson. There were some other guys last year that got totally hyped up that I didn't buy in, and they basically amounted to very little in fantasy.
It's really easy to see.
This
and
year,
it's easy to get out of our skis on some of these guys.
Yeah. So this year I was like, well, a lot of the guys didn't hit for me last year. So this year I'm going to focus on veterans, guys who are, RB1 on the depth chart and stuff like that. A story like Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt comes along and I'm like, it's camp hype. And then all of a sudden they do this and they trade Brian Robinson. And it's like, wait a minute. Did I miss the boat?
Yeah.
I saw him go in the 6th round yesterday.
Wow. Man.
But camp's not even open.
Yeah. There's one league, my longest running dynasty. It's a 1 QB, 10-man league, but we've had it for a few years. And he was out there on waivers. I dropped Keaton Mitchell for him right before that preseason game. And then it escalated even more, and he scored the touchdown and everything. And I'm like, maybe I'm sitting on a gold mine here. Maybe this is a complete, landmine for next year in mid-season.
Nothing burger. But I love Keaton
Mitchell. But he's going. Me too. I didn't want to drop Keaton Mitchell, but just the unknown of Mr. Merritt, it's just like I couldn't. And I've got people DMing me today asking price for him. I put him on the trade block like anybody would, and so people are messaging me, "What do you want for him?"
Wow, that's
yeah.
I don't know what to make of Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt at this point.
I don't either. His college career was unlike anything else. I mean, it was just really, really wild. We played one game last year.
What's really funny is you get a bunch of people who are like, fade Ashton Genty because he played at Boise State. He wasn't playing against real competition or whatever, even though we have film on him against Oregon. We have film on him against Ohio State, etc. Yeah. And then Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt comes out of New Mexico, and everybody's like, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and like, wait a minute, is it one or the other? Is Genty bad because he played in that conference, or is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt like,
you're right?
Like, is the hype unfounded because of his, like, you can't have it both ways. I bet if I scoured Twitter, I could find at least a couple people who had that take, who are so high on Krosky-Merritt right now, and then also like we're slandering Ashton Genty for his conference play.
Probably. This reminds me of Isaiah Pacheco from a couple years ago, 7th rounder, got a lot of hype, climbed the depth chart in KC pretty quick, but not as polarizing, not as quick.
But you know who was better than him? Deneric Prince.
That? Oh, yeah.
Deneric Prince was better than Isaiah Pacheco.
You're right.
he was a better pass catcher, faster, and like now he's basically like gonna be on the Patriots practice squad because my boy Lan Larison got hurt. That was the worst.
Yeah.
That was the worst because like he had a coming out party in the preseason, and on his touchdown where he absolutely trucked the fuck out of a linebacker,
right,
breaks his foot, and just like, yeah. So I hope they protect him and he comes back next year and does well because he's my guy. All right, the other trade was Devon Vele to the New Orleans Saints. I don't feel like we're gonna. That's not a huge thing for the Saints. They already had Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, and their quarterback play is going to be kind of iffy this year. I personally think Tyler Shuck should win that job. But Pat Bryant in Denver, is he going to pick up the work that Devon Vele had last year? Is he going to play that role? And it looks like Colt's earbuds went out. Uh-oh. Okay. We are. This is Unhinged. You're watching a absolute flame out live. So welcome everybody. So Pat Bryant is going to basically take over what Devon Vele's role was last year. Hopefully Marvin Mims can take a step forward. Let me try and see if I can turn on your.
I lost you there. How's the audio?
Yeah. Now it's good. Now it's great.
Okay. It just cut out when you started talking about the trade.
Yeah.
So I didn't catch all that you said, but I've got an idea. One thing that stood out to me is they haven't named their starting quarterback, but like they know who their wide receiver 3 is. I mean,
right. I mean, a lot of there are some quarterback situations that are like that where their wide receiver core is pretty set. I want to know what the impact is for Pat Bryant. I think Pat Bryant picks up the work that Devon Vele had last year.
I do too. Yeah, some people are propping this up as a Troy Franklin is going to step into that work, and ideally, I want it to be Bryant. Yeah, it could be some kind of a rotation with Franklin and Bryant. I think Vele had 40 some catches last year. Wasn't a huge contributor to the offense. Good player, but I think Bryant's a better player. And I mean, he's that Michael Thomas size kind of guy that Sean Payton likes. So I really think he could lock into that wide receiver 3 role. But also, is it from a pecking order standpoint, would that put him at 4th for targets though? So if we're talking Sutton, Ingram, the backs, would that
Mims?
Yeah, Mims. So 5th in the pecking order potentially. 4th on a good week.
Maybe. Vele was actually bigger than Bryant.
Really?
Yeah, he's 6'5", 210 pounds. So he's he's a large dude. Troy Franklin is 6'3", 180. So he's got the length, but he's just super skinny.
Spelt, yeah.
And then Mims.
Mims
5'11", 182. So he's the little guy.
Yeah.
But
he did see a pretty full complement of snaps week 2.
He and Vele shared basically 50 targets, 40 catches. He had 39 and Vele had 41. So I think
that sounded
right. I think we can pump the brakes on Pat Bryant a little bit.
Yeah. I like Bryant a lot. I've got him stashed in a lot of teams, but I agree. I think brakes a little bit.
Yeah, especially with Ingram. If they're going to use Ingram as much as he needs to be used, it's basically going to be the Sutton and Ingram show with a little bit of the other guys sprinkled in.
We know who can use the running back. So
the fact that Sean Payton in his first draft for the Broncos traded up to get Mims, I fucking fully bought in on Mims.
So did I.
And then the fact that they traded they drafted Troy Franklin, who had an outstanding career at Oregon with Bo Nix. I bought in on Franklin.
Damn.
And
didn't use him.
They didn't use him.
It's wild.
So then Pat Bryant comes along, and I'm like, I don't need to get burned by another fucking Broncos rookie wide receiver.
Fool me
because
once.
Even Vele last year was what was he, a 26-year-old rookie or something?
Yeah. I think he was 25 when he came in.
Yeah, and then he had 40 catches, and 40 catches is not going to really do much for you in fantasy. So, you're talking wide receiver
flex starter on a bye week.
Yeah, maybe. If it's a really good matchup and, 2 other guys in the wide receiver core are hurt, right? That's about it. Waiver pickup at some point. So, I had a guy in my home league who has Pat Bryant and he has Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and he's been crowing like every time something happens, he'll be like, "Yep, look at me."
Oh man,
I'm like, okay,
you're that.
Way to go. I'll take my Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, and Jaden Daniels, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, and we'll see what happens.
Love it.
Yeah, it's been a long road in that league. I've taken some in the teeth, but I feel like this year everything comes together, and then I'm going to dominate for a while. So it's
Hope
gonna be
so.
fun. All right. I got an overreaction. Hey, Cincinnati Bengals, quit fucking around and just trade Trey Hendrickson to the Raiders, okay? But no, I don't want that. I don't want the Raiders to be the front runner for Trey Hendrickson. You know who I want the Raiders to be front runner for? Micah goddamn Parsons. Let's get that done. Jerry, get off your ass. Get Malcolm Kuntz and a couple of draft picks and just put Micah Parsons out of his misery. Put him in the Raiders defense, please.
That would be insane. There was a clip.
I mean, I do like the. There was a clip.
Yeah, there was a clip. Parsons in the preseason game, and in the tunnel, and people were hollering, "Come to Atlanta!" And he just put the hand up, like, "Call me, make the call."
Yeah,
he doesn't seem happy in Dallas. I don't.
Nobody is.
Yeah, I can't see Jerry letting him go.
There's like 3 guys who are happy in Dallas, and that's Dak and CD and George Pickens. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. I if Trey Hendrickson to the Raiders happens, I'm not going to hate it because that would be crazy to have him.
Some steam.
Yeah, but oh, what's up? Killis is in the house. Jerry needs to retire. Yeah. I would replace the word retire with a more unhinged word, but yeah. And he's got. Is that an old Killis? Is that an old school Saquon Giants? Or I can't see the color on that.
It looks like it, yeah.
Saquon in Giants jersey. All right,
26. Yeah.
So let's talk some preseason football. I assume you've been okay. To be fair, Colt has had quite a week. There's been hurricanes and shit like that.
I drove into a hurricane.
Yeah, and yeah. I'm gonna uproot everything and go to the hurricane place where there is currently a hurricane.
Yeah, just in perfect timing.
Right. So have you been able to keep up with some of the preseason games? Have you been able to watch stuff?
Yeah. I watched some of the. I was able to watch the Giants Patriots last night on Prime. The Panthers. Steelers was out of network here in North Carolina. I thought that was kind of weird, but I mean, Dart looked great last night.
Wow.
He threw some pretty deep balls. Jalen Hyatt totally missed that moon ball that he threw.
So Undroppables has a Twitter DM group chat called the Water Cooler, and there was some hubbub last night about the beautiful balls that Dart was throwing and the fact that Jalen Hyatt was dropping them. I thought,
and then Jameis connected.
Yeah, I have Hyatt pegged for a big year, a fairly big year. I think he's gonna. I made a bold prediction that he was going to wind up. That all 3 of the big Tennessee wide receivers were going to wind up in the top 48.
Really?
Which for Cedric Tillman, that's not. If he can stay healthy for 17 games, he was the wide receiver 1 in Cleveland last year, even when Jerry Jeudy was playing.
And you can get him so late.
And now he's got a quarterback that can get him the ball. I think that's not out of the realm of possibility. Right. Dante Thornton has an opportunity. He's been a first teamer since Raiders broke OTAs and started training camp. So he has an opportunity to get 80 to 100 targets and maybe 50 or 60 catches, a lot of them deep. Geno Smith throws a great deep ball. Yeah. And as long as he's like taking the top off, I think that offense is gonna be pretty explosive, and he's going to be explosive as well. So him finishing as a wide receiver 4, I think that's all he needs to do is make 50 catches and score 7 or 8 touchdowns. He's right there.
Yeah, I love Thornton, and he's beat out Besh like consistently all through camp.
Yeah, and so being an insider the way that I am with the Raiders, it wasn't exactly him beating out Besh. It's that he was drafted to fit a specific role, and so was Besh. And those two roles are different. And there was nobody ahead of Thornton in the pecking order in that role, but Jacoby Myers is ahead of Besh in that role.
Right. Now, did Trey Tucker battle with Thornton a little bit? They have a similar role.
So when there are two outside wide receivers, it's those two. When they have a 3 wide receiver set, it's been Tucker. So Tucker, like before the draft, I was like, 3rd-year breakout, deep ball specialist, and they got Geno Smith. He's going to have a huge year. And then they drafted Thornton, put them both on the outside, and I went, oh, okay. Well, maybe they'll split stuff up. But, I mean, you're going to have to be in cover 4 almost all the time when you're facing the Raiders. Unless you have, like, a singular run-stopping linebacker that can account for Genty. But, like, how are you going to stop 2 4-3 guys on the outside? They're faster than any cornerback in the NFL, and both of them running wind sprints. That pulls everybody back, and it leaves the middle wide open for Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, who we know are great. But that I digress. But the Jalen Hyatt thing, I was hoping that he was going to kind of come into his own this year, also with a bigger role. They probably, like, obviously Wan'Dale Robinson is the safety valve. Yeah. Malik Neighbors is the route god, and Theo Johnson, he will be, a standard tight end for a while. And I wanted Jalen Hyatt to kind of like fit an Alec Pierce role, and wind up in that top 48. Now with Jackson Dart, it looks even like Jackson Dart is so good. So I tweeted a couple last week. I'll be right back. I'm going back to February to clip all of my Jackson Dart takes.
I saw that
because the undroppables, I think, as a unit, is the singular highest Jackson Dart flag plant organization that there is.
I would agree.
From Coder to me to Jax, we were all calling for Jackson Dart as the QB1 of this rookie class from January. And I don't think that anywhere else you can find as many people that were bought into Jackson Dart pre-draft season. Like before the Senior Bowl, we were calling it out. One of my shows I did from Baton Rouge right after I left Mobile, and I was like, Jackson Dart's the best quarterback in this rookie class, period. And he's looked every bit the part of it. So right now on Sleeper, he is my most owned player. I have more shares of Jackson Dart than I do of anybody, because he's just sitting there. And whatever, if you're in a tournament, if you're in a super flex in a tournament, if you're in a dynasty startup, no matter what, after you get your 2 quarterbacks, all of a sudden, this guy's sitting here as your QB3 with 500 yards rushing upside for 3 straight years.
Yeah.
He had a 23-yard run in the game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best deep ball passer in college football. Like
Trey Harris.
I got to watch a lot of film writing him up for our FSAN rookie guide. And I watched his 2022 film, and then I watched his 2024 film to see how he progressed. And he looked immediately in 2024 like an NFL quarterback. A lot of real ease in his wrist flip arm action. Like, he's very accurate intermediate. He's a good deep ball passer. He can run, like, he's one of the cheat codes, just like this whole new crop of quarterbacks. You have Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, Drake May, Jackson Dart. I was just talking about him. All of a sudden, it's not just Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen anymore. There's like the full, and Jalen Hurts. There's the full like top 12 of young quarterbacks that all run, and people just haven't been pushing the button on Jackson Dart. So I just every time, just load up on that.
Love it. Question for you: if you could do this real quick, would you send Herbert away for Drake May with ease? Just on the upside of May's ceiling and rushing upside.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get that done in some places.
I've never been sold on Justin Herbert in the first place.
Yeah,
I didn't really like him coming out of Oregon. He did run way more at Oregon than he did with the Chargers. I thought he was going to run more last year, but since he had a big rookie season, and he's just been on the downslope ever since then.
Right,
so,
and I kind of feel like with the coaching scheme and what they want to do, like, is his ceiling just relatively capped? I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
I just don't see he can run, like you said. It's just I'm not seeing it. I don't think it's going to be.
It reminds me a little bit of Derek Carr, somebody who has the upside to sneak into the top 10 every year, but usually sits right around QB 12 to 14. I lost my train of thought. Oh, the big jump that I can see happening is Trevor Lawrence.
I love Trevor Lawrence
because of his profile coming into the league, the fact that he hasn't really had the best in terms of like the organization hasn't really done everything they could to kind of help him out, and now they bring in Liam Cohen and Travis Hunter, and it looks like they're legitimately trying to like give him some advantages. I see him, if not this year, but next year, like totally ascending and becoming the Trevor Lawrence that we thought he was going to be coming out of Clemson. Because I mean, that dude was ripping it as a freshman.
Yeah, he was going in the fifth, late fifth, early sixth. I saw him going startups this year. Yeah,
he's coming. The other guy that, speaking of Clemson, hot take here, Hunter Renfrow, wide receiver 3 this year. Not wide receiver 3, like he's going to be the third highest. I think he finishes in the top 36.
Yeah, because and now Minnesota's kicking the tires on Thielen with the reunion. So that could
get that
easily get Renfrow right there.
I would much rather have Renfrow than Thielen at this point. All right, we got Kill is in the chat. What if CMC actually is not fully healthy again, and Shenanigans is up to his old bullshit, not saying anything? I mean, is he required to divulge anything in the preseason? He's not. But I've seen tape of CMC, and he looks good.
He looks good. Yeah, he looks good, and all reports or anything that I've seen or heard with CMC have been positive. Like, no news is good news too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the NFL is going to go dark here for a week before the season starts.
I agree. It is weird how desperate the Robinson trade was. It just seems so out of place. Twitter was sure that he was going to Miami, and then boom, he's a 49er.
Yeah.
And Killis lays it out. He just doesn't trust Shanahan at all after what he did to us.
Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Totally.
And Greinberg checking in.
Torpedo. No, Greinberg.
I didn't know Canadians spoke Spanish, but that's just me. All right. Let's talk some college football. Because we are literally less than 24 hours away from football, actual football that counts.
It's amazing.
College football season starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got a ton of guys in my Campus to Canton leagues who are playing tomorrow. I'm even in some drafts that haven't ended yet, which is fucking crazy. Like, get it together, people. We start tomorrow. Is there anything on the college scene that you're excited about, given that dynasty scouting starts in college?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, obviously, we're all looking at Arch Manning.
Do you think he comes out?
No. I'm just watching him this year. Just looking at the progression. No, I don't think he comes out. Yeah, watching Arch Manning, a few other guys. I got a list here. I'm trying to find.
I'm really interested in South Carolina.
Who specifically?
Lenoris Sellers and Nick Harbor.
Okay.
So Nick Harbor, for anybody that plays college football on the video game, he's an absolute cheat code. He's like 6'5". He runs like a 10-200. He was a world-class sprinter, and the last couple of years he has missed spring practice with the football team because he was running track. In 2025, he made the decision to stop running track and focus on football. So he had the full complement of the spring season at South Carolina. I watched a dude playing a Madden franchise from the new Madden 26 game, and he in the second season, so all of those names are populated. It's not fake names; it's like actual guys in college football right now. And he drafted Nick Harbor, and then Nick Harbor outruns everybody on the defense every time he runs a go route. Wow. So for video games, he's the cheat code in both franchise and Madden and in the college football game. And I'm excited to see what he can do in actual real life games. On top of the fact that South Carolina has recruited defense to the point where over the last couple of years, they've just been pumping guys into the NFL from the defensive side of the ball. So whether it's their coaching or their recruiting, I think they're going to have a pretty gnarly defense. And then Lenoris Sellers is just a big QB prospect. So I can see a lot of stuff coming out of South Carolina that I think they're going to take a big leap this year.
Okay.
And be very relevant.
Let me ask you this. How far and away do you think Jeremiah Love is over some of the other running back prospects that should come out this year?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody that has separated themselves from the class at this point.
But we'll see what happens this year.
Yeah, I've seen I was really high on Jaden Ott because I'm a Cal fan, and I think he's going to do some things at Oklahoma. He's a really good receiving back. I think he's going to be a better NFL back than he has been in college, just based on the injuries that he's had in college. And I was heartbroken when he entered the transfer portal, but I think he's going to have a big year. South Carolina currently preseason rank is 13, according to ESPN, which is ahead of Michigan and Florida.
Wow. So, yeah.
We got Texas at number 1, Penn State at number 2. I don't know about that one.
Penn State at 2,
They got Drew Aller, and they have a defense, and they've got Nick Singleton, but I mean, I don't know much more than that. OSU always. What's that?
UGA at 5.
Yeah, Georgia's always in the mix. Ohio State. I think a lot of this is you got quarterback steam. Notre Dame had a quarterback competition throughout the summer. Didn't give it to the guy that I have the most shares of, Minchie. They gave it to somebody else. But that's more of like a defense and run game kind of thing. Oregon is always there. Alabama, LSU. It just feels like chalk until you start getting outside of the top 10. Arizona State at number 11. Illinois at number 12. South Carolina at 13. SMU at 16. Big things coming out of SMU.
Yeah.
Indiana at 20. Iowa State at 22. Texas Tech at 23. Boise State into the top 25. And University of Tennessee, shout out Ronnie, at 24. It's going to be a really interesting college season. I'm super
absolutely
excited that it starts tomorrow. I'm going to do absolutely nothing tomorrow except just sit and watch college football until I have to go to work, which I guess is something.
That's my plan too. I'd like to try and surf a little bit if it cleans up. It's been a washing machine out there for all week.
You know what, Colt? Surfing in a hurricane. That's unhinged.
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to wrap it up, and we're gonna do this thing that we're gonna be doing every week. At the end of the show, we're either gonna be doing a draft, which will work better with all four people here. So I guess it's fortuitous that I had the spinning wheel ready. But I'm gonna spin a wheel, and then we're gonna argue about our top 5 things in that category, or agree, one of those two. So we're currently looking at our top 5 burgers that we've ever had in our lives, or burger joint. We can figure it out. Top 5 movie villains, top 5 movies, cars, magazines, fast food restaurants, actors, actresses, sports that aren't football, baseball, basketball, or hockey, TV shows, and video games. So let's see what we got this time. Oops, I accidentally hit the button again. I don't know why I thought magazines. Okay. Actors. Top 5 actors. I'll let you go ahead and go first. Who's your number 5 actor? Not your favorite, but the number 5 guy.
Number 5. I don't know if I can put him this low. DiCaprio.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite DiCaprio film?
Departed.
Okay. And as long as you didn't say Titanic. Mine is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. All right. My number 5 is going to be Jack Black.
Great one.
So versatile. I mean, from Orange County to Nacho Libre to School of Rock. I mean, like, they're all different characters. He's just like, he's so versatile.
That's a great point, man. He's incredibly versatile.
And, Tenacious D, whatever. All right, number 4.
Number 4, Will Ferrell.
That's a good one. Sticking, it's in the comedy zone. My buddy, we call him Uncle Jimmy. He was, when Green Day was a band called Sweet Children, Jimmy was the first drummer. And one day I was talking about the 3rd round reversal in fantasy drafts.
Yeah.
And then I said something about double tapping at the end of the 1st round into the 2nd round. And he said, "Oh, is that the 2nd round reach around?" And I was like, oh my God. So he coined that phrase, and we need to spread it all over the fantasy community. There's the 3rd round reversal, and there's the 2nd round reach around. Anyway, he and I was at work the other day, and we watched Anchorman, and such a classic. Classic. I'll punch you right in the ovary. Straight shot right to the Hayden maker.
Baxter. Love when he punts the dog off the bridge with Jack Black.
Jack Black.
He throws
You killed my burrito, man. What do you love? Okay, I'm gonna go with Sam Rockwell. I love Sam Rockwell. I will watch anything that he's in. He was incredible in Moon. My favorite romantic comedy, my favorite rom-com is called Mr. Right with him and Anna Kendrick, where he plays a hitman and she reluctantly falls in love with this hitman. It's super good. If you need a rom-com to watch Mr. Right. Sam Rockwell is great.
Was he in the Green Mile?
Galaxy. Yes. Yeah, he's been. That was before he started getting like more A-list stuff. Like he was a really good character actor and just like so good. I love Sam Rockwell. All right, number 3.
Great pull. Number 3, let's go Denzel.
Okay. All right.
Denzel.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty mainstream in some of my pulls here. I would say Training Day, favorite.
All right.
There you are.
My computer just crashed.
Whoa.
So that's fun.
That was a quick recovery.
Well, I grabbed my phone.
Right.
All right. So Denzel number 3 or number 3. For me, number 3, I'm gonna go Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay.
He very easily could be my number 1.
Okay.
But he died too early, and I have to give it to somebody else.
Okay.
Killa's coming in with Brad Pitt at number 5.
Okay.
Killa's, what are your top 5? And then, there's a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood spinoff. All right. Okay. So who's your number 2?
Number 2, tough call. I'm deciding between a couple here. Let's go Tom Hardy. I love his versatility in the language, right? Speaking English without all the accent and heavy brogue and stuff, and also his ability to really get into a role, like train and shit. Like he trained for Bane to play that part. I'm a big fan of that.
Did you watch Taboo?
No, I've never seen that.
So Taboo was a TV series that he was on that was like pretty dark, and it's like kind of Victorian. It's really, really good. You should look that up and watch that. It was canceled after 1 season, but it was pretty fantastic. And then, of course, my favorite Tom Hardy role is Dunkirk.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one.
He has 0 lines.
He's great in that Irish mob show too.
Yeah. I watch Dunkirk as often as I possibly can. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
It's a great movie.
All right. My number 2, it's hard when you're getting down to it. I'm gonna throw Sean Penn out there.
Love that one.
From Spicoli to Nuns on the Run, or whatever that was called, playing Harvey Milk, playing Django Reinhardt. Like, I don't think that he's ever done anything that I didn't like. Falcon and the Snowman, and Spicoli, Fast Times at Ridgemont High is just like, it's got to be like the top 5 movie of all time.
It's an incredible movie, yeah.
All right, man, who's your number 1?
You're coming up with some great ones here, man. I was thinking for number 1, Pacino.
Okay, which is cool. Because my number 1 is De Niro.
Okay, great. What I was going to reference was Heat. It's one of my favorite movies, Heat. And the fact that both of those guys are in Heat together just makes it that much more freaking amazing.
Yeah. Well, I am old enough to remember when Heat was sold as those two hooking up for the first time in a movie. Because it was they had both been at the very top of the game, and they had never done a film before together. And that was the first time they were in the same movie, and they happened to play like counterparts. All right, Killa's going with Daniel Day-Lewis at number 2. That's a good one.
Nice pull.
Yeah, love him. And Joe Pesci, number 1.
At what?
Joe Pesci at number 1.
My cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny is so good.
Yeah.
I watch it all the time. and Goodfellas and Casino, like and Home Alone, like Pacino is great. All right. Okay, that's going to wrap it up for this week. We will be back next week on behalf of Colt and Jon-o and Chev, who will be on next week. Thank you for watching. And next week we'll do better.